You've heard of slap rounds and you've heard of fake slap rounds. I got both of them here and we're going to go into how to tell them apart. We actually got a counterfeit one today and we're going to look at it close up and compare it to the real deal. If you were asked to pick out which one of these is the fake, would you be able to do it? By the end of this video, you'll be able to. This one right here is the fake. Let's take a closer look. All right, I want to be crystal clear with my terminology here when I refer to this as a fake slap round. So this is a genuine M962 slap tracer projectile. This is genuine Winchester primed 50 BMG brass. The fake that I'm referring to is that this is not a factory load, so we don't know who loaded this, when it was loaded, how it's loaded, or what's going to happen when you squeeze that trigger. Be sure to check out our previous video we did on how to identify factory slap loads and what to look for. So as far as the fake here, we've got a couple main things that stick out. The first thing that sticks out about this counterfeit slap round is how shiny it is. Now, this is a head stamp of 2010, so you might think that because it's newer than some of these from the 80s, that it will be shinier. But that's not the case. This one is a factory load from 2006, so it's only 4 years older than this. This is a factory load from 2005. Notice the difference. The problem with these polished cases is that hand loaders, when they tumble brass, it gives it that shiny look. When ammunition is loaded for military contract, they don't polish it. The second major red flag with this slap round is the case neck crimp is all wrong. So if you look at all of these factory loads, that has a very distinct case neck crimp, and it's going to be present on all of them. This does not have it. So all these rounds I'm holding up here are Winchester military loadings. 50 BMG, 7.62x51 M80A1, and 5.56 M855A1. And you notice they all have that same crimp style, except for the fake slap round. Red flag number 3 with this fake slap round is the sabot has a ring on it. Now what that's from is pushing the bullet into the brass case. The factory loads are never going to have that ring. So in our previous video on how to identify factory slap loads, there was a list of criteria and all criteria have to be met. The one criteria that the fake slap round passes is the head stamp. If you look, this is all Winchester prime brass. It all has the same red primer sealant, but this is the fake one. Just based on head stamp, at first glance, this slap round looks genuine, but all that it tells us is that it used Winchester primed brass, because none of the other criteria check out. What I've got here is 2 known reloads in Winchester factory primed brass. You notice they look identical. Now, slap projectiles, they're not very common, but they do pop up from time to time. So if we take a look at these reloads, this is our fake slap and this is an APIT. If I were to pull that projectile out, put this in its place, notice how it would look exactly like our fake slap round. It's that easy. Something to note is that if you ever see these pop up online or at a gun show, it doesn't always necessarily mean that the person selling them to you is trying to pull one over on you. A lot of times the details are subtle, and if you don't know what you're looking for, it's easy to believe that these are genuine slap rounds. So the person who's selling them may have also been taken in by a fake. So now that you've seen a fake slap round next to a real one, you have an idea of what to look for. If you want the full list of criteria for the real ones, check out our previous video we did.